Sometimes us going through the difficult times in life is what allow for us to grow. Hey friends, my name is Danielle, and this video is about me going back to college after 10 plus years. I know, right? That's crazy. A lot of people don't return back to school after a number of years, but I was one of those people who did it. And I'm going to show you guys the process of what I did to go back to college, the steps that I took, the motivation I had to have, the plans I had to make. All right, my decision to return back to school after so many years. Now, I had started school back in 2005. I was about 17 years old. I went straight to college right after high school. I was extremely excited. I finally got to get out of my parents' house. You telling me I can go do what I want to do? What? Yes. So I was excited to do that. And as you can see, yes, I graduated from Towson University. Go Tigers. So it started in 2005. I was in school for maybe about 6 years. So I pretty much became a super senior for my people who know what that is. We just been there a little bit longer. It's okay. I took off from school because I had got pregnant with my son. Yes, my son is 13 years old now. You know, it is what it is. Life was life, and I did what I had to do. And then about 2 years ago, I decided that I needed to focus on me, and I needed to continue to get my degree because that is what the goal was set out from the beginning. And Mama was going to get it done one way or another. It was actually during a really difficult time that I was going through. That was dealing with my mental health. My mental health was not the best. I was finding more reasons to live. I've gotten my degree in psychology, which is my major, with a minor in human services. Now, a lot of the reasons why I returned back to school was because it was due to me wanting to have a career change, growth, personal growth, and in order for me to open up some opportunities and some doors, I knew I wanted to continue to get my bachelor's degree. Now, navigating the admissions process. Now, I thought it was actually going to be more difficult to get back into the swing of things when it came to finances, getting aid. I thought that was going to be difficult, but it actually wasn't. One of the websites that you actually want to go to is FAFSA, FASFA, FAFSA. So that is the website for all students who want to go to school. You want to go onto this website right here where you want to select the selections that work for you. If you're a returning student, a new student, if you are a new student first starting out, obviously your parents may have to help you with that. But if you are an adult student like I am, you would just answer the questions pertaining to what is going on with your finances at the moment. The process was not hard at all. Any questions that I needed to have answered, I could go on the website or I could actually call the financial aid office at Towson University. If I had any questions, I filled all of those things out before the recommended due dates, because if you fill out the FAFSA during certain dates, you can get qualify for more scholarships rather than you filling it out later. Now, obviously with this also admission process, there may be some application processes that you may need to fill out. For example, you may need letters of recommendation. You may need a reason why you're returning back to school, which is what I had to submit. Understanding how financial aid works, loans work, grants work. You want to make sure you are well educated and understand the different things when it comes to taking out money for school. Be mindful of those things, especially if you don't want a lot of debt to pay back. I was 17 years old. This was over 10 plus years ago. There was not a lot of us that was there. Now, when I returned it back to Towson University back around 2022, oh my goodness, the campus looked completely different. It was completely revamped. There was new buildings. I saw so many of us. They were like, it was just amazing. And I got to see it from a different perspective as an adult versus when I was a kid. You know, when you're a kid, you don't really pay attention to that much stuff. But when I was an adult and I was able to just like sit in buildings where everyone congregates. It was just amazing to sit back and see so many people that look like me. Now, time management. Now, I am an older student. I had to balance my life. I had to balance my work life. I had to balance school. So it was a lot. So for me, most of my classes, I took them online. I may have taken about two or three classes in person, and it worked for me. I have a full-time job, and I would take most of my classes online. And then if there were classes I had to take after work, I would just get off of work a little bit early to travel to the campus. So that is how I made my schedule work. That was the good thing about having that type of flexibility and what works with your schedule. You just have to figure out what works for you, what doesn't work for you, if online classes are easier for you. Like, for example, I was taking my math classes I really needed to take in person because I needed that extra help and that extra assistance. If I was figuring out that I was having issues with certain classes where I needed extra help, I would go to the library to get the assistance I needed. I would take advantage of any type of tutoring services to get the help that I needed. But you want to make sure that you utilize the resources that you have on campus so that you can be successful. Now, don't get me wrong. There were some days that they were just long. I probably didn't get home until about 8, 9 o'clock. And this was coming from working a full-time job, doing homework online while I'm at work, and then also leaving work to go to class and travel on campus and be on campus for about 3 hours. So yes, sometimes there were really long days for me, but I knew what my end goal result was. So this is what I knew I wanted to do and what I needed to do. And I was excited, and I was pushing myself to succeed even at the age that I am now. And I am really proud of myself for finally getting my degree. You know, being seen as the older student, which is completely fine. But it really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, people are minding their own business and they're just getting their work done. It really doesn't matter how old you are for real. If anything, you're a little bit seasoned and you got some experience underneath your belt. So it's okay. You don't have to worry about necessarily fitting in, getting my work done and passing my classes. Obviously, jumping back into the game after 10 plus years, I had to learn how to study, learning how to turn my work in on time, doing my due diligence of knowing my deadlines and my timelines for certain assignments and papers that I had to complete. So obviously you have to carve out time and be motivated and dedicated even when you don't feel like it. You have to implement that discipline to get the work done, because at the end of the day, you want to graduate. So you have to fit in that time to study, to go to the library, to do your research, to carve out time if you have group projects. You got to be able to utilize all the resources for you to be successful. Definitely stay motivated. You want to understand what your long-term and short-term goals when it comes to what you have in front of you and what you want to accomplish. You want to make sure you have strategies to stay motivated. What is the reason behind this? Obviously, my reason was because, I had taken off time because I had got pregnant, which is fine. Life happens. Whatever, that's life. But I took out that time to realize, like, you know what? I can still do this. And I went back and I did it. And then also, absolutely, you're going to have challenges along the way, but you're going to get over them. It's going to be hard, but that's life. You got to understand that sometimes us going through the difficult times in life is what allow for us to grow. That's how you grow. You just have to figure out those challenges, what works for you, what doesn't work for you, map out a plan that can illustrate you succeeding at the end of that, because that's what the goal is. You want to have practical solutions in overcoming these challenges, as well as the importance of self-care. Self-care is really important because you got to understand, as an older adult and older student, I had to juggle a lot of things. So I had to implement self-care to make sure I took care of myself so that I could show up, being my best self, showing up to do my work, showing up to be present, and being able to manage any type of stress that was coming along the way, which I did. I dealt with a lot of stress. Being an older student, juggling life, juggling a job, juggling a family. So you want to be able to utilize and have great skills to practice any type of stress management that you have. Now, what I would say on this journey, I am really happy with myself because obviously I have gotten my degree as a student. I got my bachelor's degree, so I am very proud of myself because I pushed myself during a very difficult time dealing with my mental health and dealing with my mental illness. But I still was able to overcome those challenges and push myself hard enough to graduate from Towson University and get my degree. So what I want to do is I just want to, share and motivate this story for other older students out there that's thinking about going back to school. Yes, you can do it. Yes, you can do it. Just figure it out. No more excuses. I had to let go of all the excuses that I had in order to finally secure my degree and push myself to get what I needed to do in life. So yes, push yourself. Don't give up. Just because you had a baby does not mean you can't go back to school, because I did it. Yes, I did. I pushed through that. Just do it at the time that works for you, at the pace that you're able to make it work for you. If you got to take online classes, if you got to be a part-time student, if you're able to do a full-time student, that's good too. But do what works for you, and you can do it. It is possible. I wish you. And also, for all my viewers that watch this video, definitely drop your experiences and your tips in the comments and let me know and let other people know what was the things that you took to be successful in the school. What type of classes did you take? What are your guys' majors? Put your majors in the bottom. Let us know what were some of the challenges that you had to go through and how you overcame them. Let's pump each other up in the comments. And also shout out your colleges that you went to. Yeah. There are a lot of challenges along the way, but you are definitely able to get it done. See you guys in the next video.